And we are back. So, welcome back to the Weekly Life webinar. Thank you guys for attending. We're going to be talking about Nationwide Heritage Plan today, the single premium whole life product. As you can tell, it's been a minute since I've done this directly myself. So, I was actually on mute. So, I'm off mute now. Let's see here. Closing use up. Yeah, doesn't matter. All right, so good deal. So let's jump right into it, guys. Again, appreciate you guys attending. Sorry for the mishaps. Kind of kicking it back into gear here. All right, so we're talking about Nationwide single premium or Nationwide's Heritage single premium whole life. So again, all of you guys kind of know how these type of products works, but a brief overview, right, is going to be these products are going to be where a client can dump money in to get a whole life product, right? So we're going to go through some of the specs and what it looks like to obtain this and what you have here. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Beautiful family there. Let's see here. Looks like we got a little disclosure here. So go through this. All right, so we'll jump right into it. Nationwide Heritage single premium whole life designed to offer clients a way to maximize their excess funds for wealth transfer, a quick and easy alternative to other investment options, a feature to maintain control of the assets and their legacy. So all the things that we talk about when we talk about life insurance, right, is always trying to make sure one, the legacy portion is very, very big when you're having those conversations. So again, keyword in that first part is excess funds for wealth transfer. So I think that's always really good. Of course, when you sit down and have a conversation with someone, asset, wealth, what they've done in their life, things like that of course, naturally is going to come up. So again, this is going to be one of those products where maybe it's not something you're hearing every day, but it is going to be something that maybe you've heard before, or maybe you've dealt with the client and you're like, man, that's a good option for them. One of the big things for me is just always making sure that each product kind of has its own lane and you understand where it's at and how it fits for each individual. So again, it may not fit for exactly what you're doing right now, but maybe you've heard something in the past, or maybe you're going to hear something going forward, or maybe you kind of, always kind of throw that in there. Hey, if I hear something about, wealth or assets or all these different things that can kind of contribute to someone going to a single premium or qualifying to not necessarily qualifying, but having the option to go single premium. Because again, it's a little bit different than your whole life, and there's got to be some, or not whole life, then your final expenses got to be a little bit more money involved. So what we'll discuss today. So target clients, maximizing their legacy, simplifying the process, providing living benefits, putting them in control. Oh, I like that little Rubik thing. I don't normally get that. So why Nationwide? Nationwide is strong and a stable company, resources for you and your clients. So at the end of the day, everybody knows Nationwide. They're definitely on your side. We've heard the jingle. We know that. So when you're walking into client's house, or when you're sitting down with clients, right? It kind of puts you at a little bit of an advantage because they already know who the product's through, right? So there's going to be some companies that agents or clients don't know where the product comes from. So it looks like target client right back into it. So this is Mary. She's going to be an example for us to consider. So look, Mary is 65 years old, married, two children, three grandchildren, retired school teacher with a pension. Mary has 25,000 set aside to leave to her grandkids. And Nationwide Heritage, she was able to increase that to an immediate death benefit of $52,590. So instantly right there. Right. So one of the big things I would always, kind of have that conversation that Mary obviously has done pretty well in her life. She's been successful. So she's got some money to set aside for her grands. Awesome. Right. Let's be honest with ourselves, a lot of people maybe not have that option, or maybe they do have that option, they're just unaware of it, as far as what they have put back or their pension, so forth and so on. But again, she can increase that to an immediate death benefit of $52,590. So that's automatically they're going to get the ears perked up and have that conversation. So you're telling me I can pretty much double my money or double what I'm leaving behind for my grandkids. And so, of course, that gets some talking where you can kind of dive into it. So she can get full refund of premium at any time and can even control how the benefits just distribute to her heirs. So really cool, right? So they have a lot more control when you talk about what you can do with your money. first and foremost, they're going to be able to increase their funds without really doing much of anything, right? So that's automatically going to be an awesome portion. But they're also able to say, okay, Susie gets this much, it goes here, they get it then and there. So that's always really good. Control over your funds is the maximum thing that most individuals want. They want to know where their money is going. They don't have to be absolutely involved in it, but they do want to know at least where it's going and how it's going to be distributed. So individuals with more than enough money to live comfortably in a retirement and who want a quick and easy way to maximize excessive funds to effectively pass wealth onto their loved ones. So that's exactly what Mary is going to be able to do with this particular product. So we already got an example. Look at Mary, school teacher. Who doesn't know a school teacher, right? We all know school teachers, and we probably know a school teacher within our family, right? So this is an awesome way to be able to kind of, have that conversation. And again, we're going to get into what it takes to, of course, get the policy, but just the thought of what you can do currently is always really nice. Look at Mary wrapping those presents. All right, next. So maximize their legacy. So Nationwide Heritage greatest advantage is how it immediately increases the amount clients can pass on to their loved ones. Automatically, big deal. How it works, see how a single $25,000 payment can grow. So we've got female non-smoker, male non-smoker, so forth and so on, from ages 60 up to 70, a little bit of variation there, immediate death benefit. So we're looking at the $25,000 input, right, is going to get a female non-smoker, 60 years old, $60,937. Guaranteed cash value at age 80 is $42,543. So what was that, 20 years? So, I mean, that's awesome, right? So being able to increase your funds by obviously being able to put them somewhere. People, I think, let's put this in perspective, right? So most people that have the money sitting somewhere, maybe there's going to be those people that maybe are really educated and know exactly what to do. They probably have some type of person that's maybe a little bit more financially literate in their house or in their circle, right? So they know what's going on. But someone that maybe has $25,000, maybe sitting in an account at a bank, gaining the minimum amount, right? Or maybe they have it sitting like Miss Mary in a pension. And showing them what they can actually do with it, show them how they can grow their money is massive. So again, it's all about finding the particular client or maybe hearing those keywords and wanting to do X, Y, and Z, which this is going to work out for them. So low minimum premiums is going to be 10,000. Let's see, minimum premiums payments makes leaving a legacy an option for more clients. Better slow down. Take advantages. And because Nationwide Heritage is life insurance, the death benefit passes to their heirs, income tax free. So always a big deal. Going to be passed on tax free. Anytime you hear tax free or someone saying tax free, that definitely ears are perking up. Because again, we all are adults and we know how taxes are. So simplify the process. Clients will quickly know if they are approved because of our online application with only 3 underwriting questions. See, guys, I'm human. Simply process it with an instant decision. So very simple, 3 underwriting questions, instant decision, which is kind of standard nowadays when it comes to that first day coverage or simplified issue. We definitely want to have something that's instant decision or something that's going to give us an answer pretty quick. Obviously, big deal up there, only 3 underwriting questions. Now, again, because of the type of plane, you're only going to have 3 underwriting questions. So again, if you find that client, there's only 3 underwriting questions to get them through. So really, really good because again, you're going to maximize their outcome. To evaluate the coverage, they will be asked the following questions. So here are the 3 questions. So all my jabber, the 3 questions are already up. In the past 3 years, have you proposed, insured, had any of the following driving violations? So here's that. Kind of standard. In the past 5 years, has the proposed insured been diagnosed with or treated by a medical profession for any of the following? So 3 questions, but again, we got them laid out right in front of us there. In the past 5 years, has the proposed insured been medically advised to have any surgery, hospitalization, treatment, or test that was not completed or which they have not received the results, including HIV? So essentially, you're going to see that on a lot of the plans nowadays. Where they advise, that they take the advisement, that they go get the process done, are they being proactive in their health? So there's that. Three questions, super simple. Providing living death benefits. So Nationwide Heritage offers clients benefits they can use during their lifetime, including chronic illness benefits, terminal illness benefits as well. I had a note. I don't want to jump too far ahead because maybe it's on the next page there. So chronic illness benefits, of course, basic chronic illness, terminal illness, basic stuff there as well. Maximum or yeah, minimum issue age is 65. Maximum, let's see, accelerated death benefit, the lesser of 20%. So all that's kind of standard. Maximum accelerated death benefit, one time 50%. So we've seen that before. So again, having the ability to add these on is again giving them the living benefit option and making sure that they're chronically ill, that they have that benefit. If they're terminally ill, they have that benefit as well. So something we've seen before. Again, with this particular plan, a lot of those features aren't going to change, but at least you know exactly what they're looking at or what options they have. So putting them in control, Nationwide Heritage also offers features that help clients maintain control of their assets and their gift. So that's always a big deal. And I will say it this way, and I think all of you guys know this as well, but anytime we're talking about somebody that has that type of money sitting around, and again, $25,000 is, it's not a massive amount of money, but it is a good amount of money. To be sitting there, right? To be able to use for whatever you maybe care to use it for, or like Miss Mary, you've earned it over time, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is that yes, when you have that type of money or you're handing off that type of money, you definitely want to make sure that you have some type of control of it, knowledge gain, whatever it is, you want to make sure you're somewhat connected to it and you're able to actually know what's going on with the money, ups, downs, blah, blah. So refund of premium guaranteed, which is big. Owner-directed settlement options, give the policy control over how and when the benefits is paid to the beneficiary, offers clients 100% refund of their premium upon surrender, minus any outstanding loans at any time. So those are two things that allow them to control a little bit more. Refund of premium, 100%, that's massive. Owner-directed settlement option, so again, can control, how that benefits gets paid out. So again, if they're moving it from somewhere, they have plans for it here, and they're like, well, I had to split up for X, Y, and Z. Now you can still have that control on this end. So again, why nationwide? So one of the things for me, when I talk about different carriers and what they have and all that, it is recognition. I mean, I would say a large majority of the country buys or purchases things based off of the name, the brand, what it is. So with a company like Nationwide, of course, they've been around forever and they're all over. You're definitely going to get a really good response out of them. I don't know if it was asking me the question. I'm sure it was not asking me why Nationwide, but I went in and answered it anyways. I'm sure they're going to tell us here. So Nationwide is strong and stable company, or strong and stable company. We're a Fortune 100 company, A plus standards, A plus plus, A1. So total investment portfolio, 139.3 billion dollars. Total assets, $298.6 billion. Net operation income, 1.3 billion. Total adjustment capital, 25 billion. Boy, uh, those billions are something serious. But nevertheless, so all those good things about Nationwide can show that they can handle this income, show that they can control the money, they have the money there, they're not worried about losing it, blah, 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 blah. So all of those things are important when you're talking to individuals and telling them that they can move a large chunk of what they've put back, for years or for their entire career or whatever it may be, asking them to move it to somewhere well, you better make sure it's safe, right? So again, this is definitely why we want to talk about that single premium. Having a single premium that does have a good backing, where again, you're asking someone to put a large sum of money, let's see, up to, I think it's 225,000. So that's a large sum of money. Which to me, yeah, which to me, like I said, again, one of the big things for me is that if I'm in my personal, right, if I'm moving money or if I've saved this money, I definitely want to make sure I'm moving it somewhere that's secure. So that's really what this slot is about. That's really giving you or your client that sense of security when we talk about these carriers. So resources for you and your clients. So you can find these and other materials at nationwide/heritage. Of course, you can always contact me, contact Eldercare, and we can get this information out to you. Again, I think, when we talk about what we normally talk about, which is whole life final expense, again, this is whole life, but a different look at it. I'm sure every one of you guys on here, all your names look familiar, right? All you guys have probably seen something along the lines of single premium. I think it's one of those things that maybe we kind of forget about. And then I kind of feel like there's a season that it's up because people, obviously there's more money coming in, so forth and so on. We won't dive into where, right? But there is a point in time where you can find a little bit more, or I would say even more a time, but more of a demographic, right? That allows you to really bring in some potential clients for a product like this, giving them those options, making sure their money's secured, making sure they have a plan for the money, or even just having that conversation. Maybe it's not them, maybe it's a friend, or, oh, yeah, my cousin just retired, or whatever. And just having that conversation, just making sure they have their ducks in a row. I think I would say I don't know. I think all of us miss opportunities sometimes. We don't just stop a little bit and listen and have that conversation. So again, you guys, I think everyone you guys on here, obviously we've had a conversation as well. And one of the important things for me is just being able to have a real conversation with individuals. I don't care if it's clients or agents or whoever I'm talking to, it doesn't matter. But having a conversation with them to really, kind of dig into what you're there for, to help, to give them a peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, if we're talking about the Heritage Program, or if we're talking about a single premium policy like this, you're talking about a large lump sum of money. Obviously, what minimum premium is $10,000. So again, most Americans, maybe they have it, maybe they don't. I don't know. But just going on a general census, that's a large sum of money for someone to be, putting somewhere and saying, hey, this is where excuse me, I'm going to hang my hat on this and make sure I'm taking care of my family. So the more information you can provide to them, that what was it? God, what was it called? The return of premium, ROP. So the return of premium is a big deal because you give them the way to say, hey, listen, you can also pull out if you need to, if you don't feel a certain way. But I know you guys as agents and what we do here, obviously, we're going to give them that sense of understanding. We're going to give them all the paperwork they need. We're going to illustrate. We're going to show them all these things so that they are okay with where they're putting their money. But if they're not, Nationwide is, again, a big enough company and a well-known company, and they have the resources to actually give that individual their money back. And it doesn't bother them at all, as we can see from the previous slide, billions on everything. So that is a big deal. So again, you may be asking yourself, this is a little bit different than what we normally do as far as the product goes itself. I don't know if we've done a single premium actually, but if we have or haven't, I just want to make sure we get back to this and make sure we know that that is an option. Because again, this is a very good product. There's only 3 questions, 40 to 80. Obviously, age of last birthday. I did see that on this little page over here. And then again, we've got 3 questions. We got other features as well. We got the chronic illness, terminal illness, owner directed settlement options, the return of premium options. They've got loan options on here as well. I did take some notes on this. Let's see here if I can pull it up really fast, rustling through my papers. So there's the online application. There's 3 underwriting questions. We've seen that. 40 to 80, we've seen that. The minimum being 10,000 for the premiums. Let's see. You can obviously increase your death benefit. Definitely appreciate you attending. Definitely want to make sure you always have different options for your clients, different products. Of course, if you have any questions, I didn't even see it on here. I was too excited about doing my own thing today. I don't see any questions. Uh-oh. I see one comment here. Oh, that's us just telling you the comment section hasn't been working well. So again, single premium, very good product, Nationwide. There is some contact information there. I'm just not positive. I don't know if there was a waiver question. But nevertheless, guys, I definitely appreciate you attending. Definitely appreciate you guys as well. Definitely will obviously make contact with you guys. I want to make sure, of course, if you want to take this product on, of course, we'll always reach out. Thank you for attending. But if you want more information about the product, we'll have that conversation. And for all you guys out there that maybe hasn't dealt with elder care, you're watching our videos on YouTube or Facebook or wherever we upload these things, we want to make sure that you know what we do here, how we help individuals, how we help agents, the support system that we lend. All these people that I'm speaking to right now, I've probably spoke to them a million one times. Someone probably get tired of me talking to them sometime, telling them about new products and all this stuff coming out. But one of the things we want to do is just make sure you have everything available to you, and you have someone to communicate with when you run into a situation like this. I can definitely hear some conversation later on down the road. It's saying something along the lines of, "Hey, I ran into a person. Maybe this is something that qualifies them for." We can have that conversation. We can put that illustration out there. We can get some stuff out to you. So one of the big things for us is just making sure, again, that you have the support. So again, thank all you guys for attending this Tuesday's webinar. Got to talk a little bit more. Sometimes, as you guys know, I'm definitely going to chat about it. But I definitely appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a good St. Patty's Day. If you know us, you know where we are. We had an awesome little parade here. So everyone got to celebrate, and it was good. So I hope everybody else enjoyed. Thank you for attending. Of course, we'll talk to you guys here later. And enjoy your day. Thank you.